Hey everybody, this is a funny book about a dog named Hallie. Halitosis. Now, halitosis it's kind of a joke, right? Because halitosis means bad breath. Woo. And it's a story about a dog with bad breath. The horrible trouble with halitosis. Dog breath. Oh, the title page. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Like even the Mona Lisa can't stand it. Killed the goldfish, floated the tree. When the children took halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided halitosis. Wow. If the skunks are running, you're in big trouble. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosa stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath, so they took Halitosis to the top of the mountain that had a breathtaking view. Uh, they hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. Wow, even the people on the movie were disgusted. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Guess they shouldn't have let her right in the front. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Oh, look there on the horizon. The horizon means the edge of where you can see, and you can see right there the shadow or silhouette of two guys. They look like bad guys. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosa's house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon dun 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 Halitosis. Yikes, whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's a cute little fuzzy puppy. Boy, are they going to discover something. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. That dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie Poochie, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slurp. What do you think's going to happen? The next morning, the Tosa's family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold in their living room floor. And Hallie's licking them all night, keeping them there. It was a miracle. Look, he's on all the papers. Hero Hound halts hoodlums. Bad breath bungles burglary. Panting pooch paralyzes prowlers. Mutant space dog captures evil Elvis clones. What? Rancid respirations restrain robbers. That's my favorite. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Hallie Tosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. This house protected by dog breath. Oh, look. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Oh, look at them all. They all have clothespins on their nose. It's funny, when I was a kid, my mom would say if I was whining, I'd say, "Oh, Mom, why can't I have ice cream?" And she would say, "Take the clothespin off your nose," which means stop whining. But I guess a clothespin on your nose might help if you had a dog like Hallie. Ah, that is a cute story.